Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Monday, July 18th, 2022. Today we're pulling from the Circle of Life tarot cards. So we're starting off with the Knight of Pentacles, but I'm getting shaman energy, protective circle. Ooh, is that a key in his hand? You know, we always get protection when we get the Knight of Pentacles. But I feel like isolation, I feel cold. We're definitely getting some kind of wintry vibes here, not only with the Two of Swords, but with the Six of Pentacles. You know what I mean? So I feel like depression, isolation, this could be yourself. And this is knockings that we got last week. So this could be knockings of someone around you, or this could be you and you're seeking that circle to be around you. I feel like with determination and dedication, you will be victorious in this situation. We get this is the World. It looks like the Sun card, but it's the World. So I definitely feel like strong, both energies, victorious. See, my son has both this. It has water and fire. You know what I mean? And that's a difficult combination. I know my girlfriend's water and fire. Her partnership is water and fire. And it's just like it's a hard situation for her because it's just like she knows her emotions can get the better of her. You know what I mean? But we got to learn how to harness that darkness. We got to sit there and learn to keep it at bay. So starting off with our shaman, in protective circle, in our case, they're definitely bringing about prayers over the home. So I don't know if someone is sending this evil eye onto them, or if they're trying to get to you through your children, or through yourself. But you know what I mean. But I definitely get like where it's just like, we put bay leaves. Some people put bay leaves under their doormat. Saging the home is what they were showing. They were showing the mezuzah. Like I have my father's crucifix that was on him over my doorway as protection. I have prayers. I have mezuzahs on both doorways, where they talk about, as this comes over, I feel like it's a highly energy charged time as well. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you're the person that is the nurturer, that is the Empress energy here, you definitely get this protective energy over two children here. I feel like it's like breaking that generational curse where maybe you went through this and people weren't there for you, so you have to be there for them. And that will change the pattern of how things move forward. Or this is yourself going through this, and it's like, rest and rejuvenation, sleep is so important. We saw that poor young lady on Big Brother this season, and it's just like, I know a lot of people are going to say because she tried to turn the whole house on the beauty pageant girl, like this is her karma, but, we never want to wish ill on people. We never want to sit there and be like, someone deserves something bad, because it's just like, you know what, we wouldn't want to walk a mile in their shoes. You know what I mean? I feel like, she entered in that house for the right reasons, but, until we were in that situation, I could definitely think, when after Shane passed away, my mind was always going, 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 going. And it's just like when your mind's like that, it's just like all you want is a retreat from it. You know, you just want it to stop spinning. You just want the hamster wheel to stop, so you can have your rest and rejuvenation. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why we start off with that shaman there with that safety and security. I feel like if you're providing the nurturing, it's like what you're putting your energy into right now is not important. It needs to shift. You need to teach them those lemons that they've been handed to make it into sweet lemonade. So the shaman sits in the middle of the circle of the stone circle. He wears an exotic symbol over his horns. He places his staff into the ground, causing the grass to light up around him. The key symbolizes something being unlocked, in this case, a gift. The staff the staff focuses his energy into the ground that makes the grass green. This card suggests that we put our knowledge to use in making magic happen. Nurturing, accomplishments, productivity, establish security. So definitely safety and security. I feel like in that darkness, you are that safety and security for people. You know what I mean? It's like you want them to see that I am here for you. They need to see and hear that. Actions are, a bigger thing. And yes, you may be tired and exhausted, but you're doing it for the greater good. You know what I mean? You want them to grow and become, like in my case, sit there and nobody writes a handbook on with children, especially nowadays where mental health is so huge now, and it's just like you got to be there for them. How do we navigate forward? How do we, we have to sit there and pivot. Does this work? Nope. Okay, let's try something else. What resonates with them? Let's keep doing that. Listen to them. They will tell you exactly what they are feeling, what resonates with them, and that's what you got to do and help them. You know what I mean? And it kind of, especially when you're, like with myself, I was putting my energy into something else, and it's just like, oh, no, now it's not the time. you know? And I feel like, we're avoiding a tower moment here. You know what I mean? You gotta sit there and be selfless. That's what life's about. Sometimes we feel like we're ready for this to come into our life and it's not time. So with the chariot, the message sits in the chariot box. He's directing to Sphinx with a wand, but the chariot does not seem to be moving. The chariot has a upward battle ahead of him. He needs to learn how to control his stern to steer them in a single direction. His vehicle, the clothing, provided protection against the sun. Being vulnerable resource to with being a vulnerable, a valuable resource that will give him where he needs to go. Exactly what we were just talking about. The emblem on the front of the chariot displays his quest and his faith. Will get him to the destination in the right movement. Using your intuition to guide you and your destiny, movement, trust in the path, even when you cannot see it. Isn't that exactly what we go through when, I had this hunch, this feeling something was going to happen. I had no idea what was going to happen. And I said to I say to God, I'm not going to be sitting there pretending I'm something that I'm someone I'm not. And I said to God, I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's in front of me. I said, but I trust no matter what, you are there. I trust that you are going to be there to guide me and protect me and, us as a family to whatever is supposed to happen here. And that's all you can do sometimes. We don't have all the information. All we can do is trust. So we go to the woman here, I'm getting third eye. We're talking about our intuition. The tusks are the swords. With funny enough, the elephant is my son's favorite animal. Has been since he was small. He's like tried and true to who he is, like since he was tiny. But it's like a decision between two things. But I feel like the swords is protection. When we think about, even though the elephant, is a gentle creature, we definitely get nurturing with elephants. You know what I mean? Like, I watch them on TikTok where they sit there and they have an orphan calf. They put it in the out where the elephants are, and they all start sounding with their nose, I guess you would say, and they're letting everybody know, come on, there's a baby to protect, and they circle the baby, and they're all sounding like, this is our baby now to protect, and they just all walk away with the baby. You know what I mean? So we get that first protector. I get my grandmother's energy with this. I'm trying to see how this woman sits here. I guess she's trying to be mysterious or hide with the elephant, or be one with the elephant, because you can see her body here. Her hands are here, and then her head props in there in the middle of his forehead. Such weird imagery. The woman lays on the head of the elephant, holding her swords out to protect the creature. They blend together, almost creating a new creature. The swords test our will to decide. Will the two companions fight a foe, or will they flee faced with danger? The swords act as weapons as well as a defense barrier to the unknown. So we keep getting this unknown. What is going to happen here? I feel like even though we don't know what's happening, it's like putting our best foot forward. You know what I mean? I definitely get a lot of protection with this. You know what I mean? I feel like with the chariot, with determination and dedication, we will be the victor wearing the wreath. Even though as parents we want to steer our children in a certain way, it's like they are trying to, an adolescents go whatever way they want. Sometimes we got to sit there and be like, the path you're going down is not the best one. Or we have to sit there and be like, be there by their side because they go through they're saying feel too much, But I definitely feel like, They're showing that young lady. Oh, I don't I don't know how the system failed her, but she went to the emergency room, waited 16 hours for someone to come see her. No one came. They said they gave her a referral. They said someone would contact her soon, and she ended up taking her life. She was suffering, and it's horrible. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like there should have been someone should have sat there and been like sat with her. What are you going through? Put her on a prescription. Had her parents present there at that time. How do we make a plan, or maybe you know what I mean? Like, do we have to transport her to somewhere where they could give her those services if you lack the services? You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, as parents, we learn to respect, you know, our people that are in our children's life to guide them. Guidance counselors, teachers, therapists, pediatricians, whoever it is. You know what I mean? And it's just like sometimes, if you see like it's not helping, we got to be that advocate for them. Yes, we respect them, but it's just like, this isn't a good fit. So let's try something else. This isn't a good avenue. Like, we got to do something else here. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like we as parents have to be present in this. And I definitely feel like that protective, nurturing mother, parent, safety and security. And I feel like that's what they need to feel with you, that safety and security. You know what I mean? Like, how do we get them to a proper mindset? The blending of the woman and the elephant are the element of surprises. The card teaches us that every choice has a consequence, and we need to defend that decision. A choice must be made: protection, defense. So we get twice. We get this protection. And I feel like we have to be that protection. Look at the next card. We have a woman watching, like, definitely, or an entity watching over these children that find security in each other. They say children, but I feel like parent, child. You know what I mean? I feel like this could be you as a parent, or this could be, our guardian angels here to protect us. We definitely get that with the star card. I love the fact that this last card is that brightness. We went from this darkness to this brightness. So hopefully this is a positive sign that you're doing the right things. With the Six of Pentacles, we get where we go from that isolation into a positive time. That shift happens. I feel like all we could do is listen. When they sit there and they're like, can I do this? And it works. Let's keep doing that. You know what I mean? Make a safe haven for them. It should be, that children should be able to be open to their parents, where it's like, no repercussions, no consequences. You tell me something, how can we move forward? They shouldn't have to feel like scared that there's going to be repercussions, or that, they're going to be punished, or things are going to be taken away. I'm not saying let them do frilly-nilly what they want, but it's like, you cannot help your children if they cannot tell you the truth about things. Like, you know what I mean? I always tell my kids, tell me the truth so I know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always going to be your parent at the end of the day. I'm always going to love you, and I'm going to fiercely protect you no matter what. But when you're a shithead, I'm going to tell you you're a shithead. When you do something wrong, I'm going to tell you did something wrong. I don't sugarcoat things. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't behave in that way. I'm going to tell them the behavior that you're doing right now is not becoming. That's not who your soul and spirit is. Just because the rest of these Neanderthals do it doesn't mean you do. So 2 children find themselves comforted by the touch of an elder. A baby is being held by an older girl. The girl is wrapped in purple string. She's being touched by the older woman. The person on this card face their own challenges. The sleeping children are restless. And that's what I feel like. There's this restlessness going on. And it's like they find that comfort in you. It's like you're restless and you need to find that comfort in someone else. Oh, this dog. The clothes they wear keep them warm, while the coldness of their surroundings disturb their sleep. See, we're the other way around. We like the cold. The champion they offer one another is also a resource they can be drawn from. The lesson of this card, it's important to take care of the needs of others. And I feel like, when we're doing our own thing and we feel like, as parents, I feel like, with myself, it's like sometimes I'm like, okay, you got to take a step back and let them be kids. When you see them going through something, it's like, okay, I know in a certain situation, it's just like, I could see that one of them didn't feel so comfortable. And then, as soon as their grandmother went with them, like, they just lit up. They always feel comforted with her around because she's like a big kid herself. Like, I remember years ago, Tyler had a Nerf party. We're sitting there watching the kids and all that stuff, and she's in there firing the guns at the kids and everything, and they're all having fun, and they're all giving her bullets, and like, here, take some bullets, because she was protecting them. It was funny. The lesson of this card is important to take care of their needs. Taking care of the needs of others, comfort and reassurance. And I feel like that's either you need that comfort and reassurance because you're going through this, or I feel like with your being that nurturer. With determination and dedication, you will be the victor wearing of the wreath. I know this is the world so coming to an end, which is a positive thing. So this is a situation like anything. It will not last forever. You know what I mean? I feel like if you've gone through this yourself and you're the nurturer, it's like, maybe no one was there for you. So now you're being that nurturer to someone else. This is very Knockings the last week. And I feel like that's exactly what they're saying. Avoiding a tower moment. You know what I mean? You got to sit there and raise children differently. This one is more independent. Let them be more independent. This one needs more love. Give them more love. Love them equally. But sometimes kids need less of something and they need more of something else. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? It's learning how to sit there and treat them as individuals. You can't teach them the same. You can't love them the same because they're individuals. They're snowflakes. A lot of ways our children are alike, but a lot of ways they're different. So I love the fact we have the world. I love the fact with determination, I feel like we can get this back on course. I feel like we can make it through. I feel like this elephant and this woman are one. So it could be like, with this Two of Swords, I definitely feel like these cards are breaking away from the traditional meanings. You know what I mean? It's more about a touch of our emotions and how to navigate our way forward. But you know what I mean? But I definitely feel like protective energy here. We kind of get this discipline, but I don't feel like this is discipline in this way. I think we thought our life was going to go one way, and we got to sit there and learn how to compromise and make it go the way that we want to go. So, life throws us surprises, and all we could do is navigate forward, So our last card, the World. The fairy sits with animals, birds, reptiles, and bugs under the light of the waxing moon. It's a moon, for me, I definitely feel like the sun here. I definitely feel the big, powerful sun with this card. The dancer stands with all her limbs stretched out wide. She channels the energy of the sun. The sun is a powerful energy that sustains us. So we got that with Friday's card. Get out in the sun. Maybe that's what they need, is to get more vitamin D. The sun is a powerful energy that sustains us, helps plants grow, and keeps us warm. It could be hard to live without the energy is bringing. The dancer in this card stands still to harness the energy. The wand in her hand helps her collect the heat that will be used to keep others warm too. The winged creature at her feet flings its tongue out as if it's tasting the air. The sun reminds us to stay optimistic. It tells us to share our passion with the rest of the world. Be optimistic. Do what makes you happy. Stay warm. I feel like, stay in the light. Be optimistic because it's like, you know what I mean? Just because it looks like a situation's going to be a certain way, we have to be optimistic. Just because life looks like a certain way right now, we have to be optimistic. It won't define the rest of our life. Just because the situation right now, we have the shaman, and it's like this protective energy, it's just like this situation won't last forever. We got to do the right thing. We got, and be there. And I feel like that's what they're saying right now. This is a time for nurturing. This is a time of bringing that light back into someone's life. I love the fact that the positivity, even though it may not look that way, I feel, especially with the Six of Pentacles, it's like coming out of that situation, the turnaround of that situation. With the Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, and the Sun. You know what I mean? I feel like we're being the protector. I feel like protective circle, and that's exactly what I feel like. whoever is going through this isolation or this time, I feel like we got to put a protective circle around them. And I always say that with our tribe, and that's why I love us so much. When one of us are going through it, we put that person in the center and we protect them. And we give them all the love and hugs and everything that they need to get through, to recharge themselves again so they can stand up and be that fierce warrior with the rest of us. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be like. When you're down, I will pick you up. When I'm down, you pick me up. It's the yin and yang of things. You know what I mean? And I feel like either if you're on the side of receiving or you're the side of giving, I definitely feel like this is a call for some people to step up and do their part. It's your time to do your part. You know, I definitely feel like if you're on the side of being that giver, it's time for you to do your part. Put whatever else, nothing else is important. This is what's important right now. You need to channel your energy into this right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, July 18th, 2022. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.